Grace and peace, everybody. I was conditioning my hair, so that's why I'm looking a little weird up at the top. But that's okay. So, I was supposed to do this video yesterday. Didn't do it yesterday. Had to go to work. So, there's a lot of things I was supposed to do yesterday that I didn't do yesterday. But this video, I guess, was a little tough to even think about or to even start. So that's why it didn't happen yesterday. And it might be real long. So, but I'm going to cut it up into small pieces. Or I might just get the first half done right now. You know, at least I want to talk at least about 20 minutes. So bear with me, please. So I want to talk about my dad. It's a little weird. So when I got up this morning, thank God, I expressed to the Lord yesterday that, like, Jesus, I'm feeling a little weird. I was at work feeling a little weird. It was real quiet at work. So, had a lot of time to think, wrote him a letter or so concerning, like, what was going on in my mind. But anyway, I didn't want to do this video, just so you know. But anyway, when I got up this morning, I was trying to think about, like, how I could start it, how I could go about just getting into it. So I'm just gonna get into it. I can remember back. I can't tell you how old I was, but I know I was young and short. I've always been short, so I'm only like 5'5", but I was shorter than that, so I had to be, I didn't grow too much. Anyway, and I can remember my dad calling me over, and he was sitting with one of his friends, and I can remember wanting to stand a certain way so that he would be, I don't know, excited or pleased, or be like, oh, this is my child. And that's exactly what he said. He was like, you see how she's sitting there with her hands in her pocket? And I was just so excited that, he was excited about me. So I can just remember back, thinking about those things this morning. Like, I think that was my first memory of just, like, wanting to please him, just wanting to have him see me, or, I don't know, be happy about me. I don't know. So, and then I just ran away. He was like, okay, go ahead and play. So then I went and, started playing and stuff like that. And now, if we fast forward a little bit, like when I turned into a teenager, he was no longer in the house. Like when I got into my 16, 17, 18, he was no longer there. He was incarcerated. So it's just like, I can remember wanting to be seen by everybody, and it wasn't even like guys. I just wanted to be in, and just wanted to fit in or whatever. But then it became a lot about guys, and then I found myself in different situations, different relationships, or you can't even call them relationships. They were like situationships, as people say, just situations that some of them weren't good, and some of them were okay, but I still found myself, like, wanting that person to see me, wanting to please them somehow, and just doing whatever I could, which is not a good thing. Because I didn't know myself back then. I didn't know anything about myself. I was literally a people pleaser. Like, no joke. And to some degree, I am still to this day, which God don't want us to be a people pleaser. So that's a work in progress to be fully done with that. And all of those gentlemen, they all left, or I pushed some of them away. I can recognize that now. I pushed maybe one or two of them away. No, I ain't even gonna say that. Majority of them. I only talked to them for as long as I got what I wanted. And then, all the while wanting them to still just push and pursue and push in and push in and push in. But nobody's going to continue to keep doing that when you keep pushing them away. That is just so horrible and so mean. And so yesterday I was thinking about a certain individual that I really, really got a crush on. I'm not going to say his name, but anyway. He's super cute. And it came to my mind, like, do you want to talk to this person? Is it only because he is as cute as he is? And because that's selfish. That is very, very selfish to use somebody in that way when you really don't really like them. And I think back to all those other relationships, and when I wrote in my notebook yesterday, I was like, oh, I'm not that person, because I like to treat people the way I want to be treated, but that's not the case. God had to help you girl out today. That's me. That is me, and that is horrible. So I had to apologize this morning. I believe the Lord woke me up at like 4:30 this morning, so I was up praying and was just telling God I was sorry. And I'm going to further say I'm sorry right now for treating people that way. Like, you only want them near you because, they're helping you out somehow, but you don't really want them near you. And that's not quite right. That's not right at all. I ain't even gonna say that's not quite right. That's not right. You can't do that to people. That's not being genuine. That's not being honest. And I think that majority of it comes from the fact that I just wanted my father to see me so, so, so badly, and he didn't. And so I went on behaving in a manner that is very unkind to a lot of people. And I don't know where these people are, so I can't apologize. So that sucks. But yesterday I was able to tell a young gentleman who had interest in me, and I was just like, okay, look, this is not going to work. I'm very sorry. There's a girl out there that is for you. I'm just not her. And because I don't want to waste your time, and I don't want to mess with your heart. So I hope that we can still be friends. And then I sent it to him and everything like that. This new age is all about the texting and whatnot. So I did that, which because I was a little bit nervous to ever, to do the phone call. So maybe that's the reason why I sent the text. It wasn't about the new age, these children and the texting or whatever. It was just my nervousness to actually phone call, whatever. But grown-ups phone call. Anyway, I wasn't grown up in that moment. Anyway, but I sent it anyway because it was needed to be sent. Because there's pieces and places in me that are not fully, completely healed. And if I entertain somebody and I'm not completely healed, I'll end up hurting that person. And I don't want to break nobody's heart. I don't want to hurt nobody's heart. I don't want to lead anybody on. I don't want to do anything like that at all. Because now I really don't want to treat anybody in a manner that I don't want to be treated. I can truly say that now. Back then I said it and it wasn't true. I was so lying. And so I had to ask God this morning too to forgive me for lying, being a liar. So because you think like, oh, I didn't tell the whole truth, like when you're lying and you're not lying. So I don't want to be a liar. But back to the father situation. There's a lot of things that are in my letter to the Lord I wrote yesterday that, I talked about my dad. I was just like, there's some things that I didn't get growing up. And I wonder why I didn't get them. And the thing of it is that he didn't have it to give. So what do you do with that? I don't know. You run into a Jesus who gives them to you, and then they seem so foreign, they seem so weird, and you push those away because you be like, oh, that can't be possible for it to happen that way. And things that I'm talking about is like, how to really treat a person. The Lord is showing me how to really treat people. You don't mess with people's hearts. I didn't get that. In the proper way. But if I have a skewed view of, like you treat people the way you want to be treated, if my view is already skewed, I'm looking through it through my own eyes, which are not God's eyes, I'm only doing the best that I can. But then when God comes and takes the blinders off your eyes and shows you that, you've been doing it wrong, then you got to do it his way. Even though it seems foreign and it seems weird and it seems out of the norm, you got to do it. You got to apologize when you don't want to apologize. Even when you're right sometimes, you got to apologize. Sometimes you got to shut up when you don't want to shut up. Sometimes it ain't necessary to say the things that you wanted to say. That's tough, right? Sometimes God say, hey, say it flat out. When you're not a person that's very direct, which is me, your girl, and he tell you to tell somebody something, it takes me hours sometimes. It takes me days to get up the courage to say it. Because I knew the very first day that I gave that gentleman my telephone number that wasn't it. But what did I do? I waited about a week before I said something very wrong. I knew the first day. I wish I should have said the first day. Some of us know the first day, but we don't say anything. You can't play with people's hearts. You just got to tell them, like, hey, oh, I'm sorry. And that ain't going to be a good look. So, in other situations like love, like really loving a person, the way that, and showing them love so that they know that they're loved. We can love people all day the way we want to love them. But our love has conditions. My love has conditions. And God is like, you can't have a condition on it because I don't have no conditions on you. I just do. And I think I think back, and this is just me thinking back, that there was conditions on my father's love. I don't know. That could be only because there was conditions on his dad's love. And so he only loved me the way he knew how. Which sucks, right? Sucks. So you can't be, I'm learning that I can't be really, really mad because he didn't understand, and he probably still don't understand. I don't know if he understands or not, but it's been a work in progress to undo a lot of the things that had been done. And it's, most definitely it started with love. Being loved properly and being able to love properly. Because some people just don't understand. Not gonna get it. Some days I don't get it. Like, why I gotta do that, God? And he don't tell me why. He just say do it. Now what do? You do it. You just do it. So I guess that's the first half that I wanted to talk about today. It's gonna get a little bit more deeper because there's a lot of layers to this dad thing, and I'm only talking from my perspective. I do have siblings, and they have their own point of view, and I have my own point of view from how I saw it. So that's where I'm speaking from how I saw it, how I felt. I can't speak for them. They can only speak for themselves. But I think I'm done for now. Look, I made it at 16 minutes. Yay, instead of 20. I didn't want to hold you guys up. So I hope you share, like, comment, subscribe, however you want to do it. Most definitely would love to hear the comments. I love you to life. Have a good day.